Now, dear friends, today I will tell you something about the planetary aspects. Now, in astrology, it is very much important to consider the aspects of the planet, whether the planet is a malefic or a benefic planet. Now, more than conjunction of planet, the planetary aspects are more powerful and dominating. Of the planetary aspects of Saturn, Jupiter, Mars are very powerful as well as dominating and also are capable to totally change the very results, good or bad, to a lower or increased levels. Whereas the aspects from Moon, Venus, Mercury are only of a very ordinary nature. And Kevin and these three planets, Moon, Venus, and Mercury, can never form a powerful or dominating aspects like that of Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. Of the planets orbiting around the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Earth are the nearest to the Sun. Moon orbits around the Sun, and along the Earth orbits the Sun. But Mars, Jupiter, Saturn are orbiting the Sun but far away from the Sun. Hence, these three planets are known as outer planets. For example, one can easily see the difference when a torch light is focused to the sky, and also the reverse, it focuses on the Earth. In the same way, one can understand that Saturn, Mars, Jupiter can focus their aspects only downwards. Accordingly, when their aspects is downward, and on the other planets, the aspected planets lose their balance, gets a change thrust on it. But Mercury, Venus, and Moon aspect among, among themselves. No doubt there will be a dominating effect, but the result will be a diluted one. Whereas the outer planets, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, when they aspect their inner planets like Moon, Mercury, Venus, the inner planets are subjected to the dictates of the outer planet. That is, the inner planets can never have the outer planets under their dictates. That is why Moon, Mercury, Venus have the seven aspects alone. The reason is when the inner planets make the seven aspect on the outer planets, the outer planets can also throw their seventh aspect. Hence, the outer planets are empowered with additional aspects. Mars, in addition to the seven aspects, gets the fourth and eighth aspect. Jupiter is empowered with fifth and ninth aspect. And Saturn, in addition to the seventh, gets the third and tenth aspect. Accordingly, of the aspects from outer planets, Saturn, though connected to benefic houses, by its aspect it will offer only harmful results. Jupiter, though connected to harmful houses, by its aspect will offer only good and favorable results. Mars, similar to Saturn, can offer only unfavorable results by its aspect. Now, for these reasons, the planets were called as natural benefic and natural malefics. Otherwise, when Jupiter is connected to harmful houses during its Dasha Bhukti, offers more harmful result than Saturn. And Saturn, when connected to favorable houses during its Dasha Bhukti, offer more favorable results than the benevolent Jupiter. What I have explained so far will depend on the Lagna and other connected houses, and for which matter to be analyzed. Based on star deposits, the planets are transformed to benefics and malefics. Therefore, reckoned from Lagna, each and every planet on the strength of their star deposits on the strength of the house they occupy, and when subjected to offer good or bad results, they get transformed either as benefic or malefic. Based on this study, a single planet or even more planets can never be decided as totally a malefic or benefic. But when it comes to planetary aspects, Jupiter is always a mighty benevolent and Saturn always a malefic. Similarly, of other planets. Now, take the example of a Mesh Lagan. Now, in this chart, it is of Mesh Lagan. Mercury, Lord of 6th, and it's also stationed in 6th house. Saturn is the Lord of 10th and 11th. Now, Saturn is stationed in Sagittarius, called Dhanu, in the 9th house. Now, during the Dasha Bhukti of Saturn Dasha and Mercury Bhakti, or Mercury Dasha Saturn Bhakti, Saturn is aspecting the 6th house Mercury by its 10th aspect. Or if Saturn is placed in the Cancer, the 3rd aspect will be on 6th house. So during the Dasha of Saturn Bhukti, Mercury Antar, or Mercury Dasha Saturn Bhukti, the native will face imprisonment or face harassment in whatsoever any manner from the government. Now the same Mercury, here the Jupiter is placed in the 2nd house and Saturn is here in the 9th house and Mercury is in the 6th house. Now here the Jupiter 5th aspect is on 6th house. So the same Mercury, when aspected by Jupiter, in spite of Jupiter being a Vidyapati, situations like imprisonment, harassment, etc. can never happen. Now that's why the planetary aspects, Jupiter, Venus, Moon and Mercury, will always be known as benefic. Saturn, Mars, Sun will always be known as malefics in terms of aspect. Now what about Rahu and Ketu? As well as Westerners, in the Western astrology, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto is also considered. But Rahu Ketu will always be considered as a malefic planet. But Jupiter, the mighty benefic, when reckoned from Lagna, if Jupiter is the lord of house 6, 8 and 12, or deposited in the stars of 6, 8 or 12, during that respective Dasha Bhukti, Jupiter loses its benefic qualities and offer only harmful result as a full-fledged malefic. The same is true for other benefics like waxing moon, Venus and Mercury. Now, but Saturn, Mars, Sun, as we know, all of them are malefics. Saturn aspect for Char Rashi Lagna. Now here the Saturn aspect for Char Rashi Lagna born, that is Mesh, Cancer and Libra or Capricorn. And in all other 8 Lagna, if stationed in 2nd, 3rd, 10th and 11th houses, or deposited in the stars of lords of the 2, 3, 10th or 11th houses, and also running the respective Dasha and Bhukti, the same Saturn is transformed as a benefic and offers unlimited favorable results, which results even Jupiter as a benefic can never offer. To have such a favorable result from Saturn, Saturn should not have the aspect from Mars, Sun or Neptune. Now what is explained for Saturn as above holds good for other malefics, Mars and Saturn also. Now I think that today's information is useful for the beginners who are going to learn the astrology. Thank you. If you have any query, Please write on the comment section. Thank you.